Hi guys, I'm Mama Bear to Many. I am mom to 14 children. 12 of my children still live at home. And this is our littlest baby who is little Rejoice, and she is 14 months now. So she wanted to take a little nap, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to talk to you guys a little bit about just different ways that I save money on clothing. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to do a little video about how to make little kids pants from a woman's shirt. So like used clothing. So it's really cheap. It's about 20 cents for a pair of pants. And I will show you how to do that at the end of this video. I just wanted to take a couple minutes and share because we save a lot of money by the things that I do. So one way that I save money is I go to thrift stores. There's a couple videos on here about thrifting. I'm sorry. It's like 5:30. We haven't eaten supper yet. I'm like, and she's like just so content. I'm like, oh, I'm really ready for bed too. Not really. I'm still have a bunch to do, but enjoying the moments with this sweet little one. So, we go to the thrift store and we look for clothing at the thrift stores. Our favorite things are when they have fill a bag sale, or if they have like 50% off a certain like wire barbs or whatever it is. I think Goodwill is the one who does that. Maybe Salvation Army. That's actually 2 hours away from us. So going to thrift stores. We also like to go to yard sales and see what they have there. We also are completely okay just saying, hey, if your kids grow out of your clothes, like we'll take people's clothes, and we've had tons of people just drop off clothes, and then we just go through and we get things that fit or work for our family, and then the rest of the clothes and I can pass along to somebody else. So that's a blessing for everyone. Those are some ways that we save money. We also will, at the end of season, I will buy different things. So, say t-shirts get down to like $1 a piece, or skirts, right now it's 4th of July. So maybe like after 4th of July, their stuff will be super cheap on that, like 75, 90. I've had things like 90% off before. So I might buy things like that for the following year, or things that they could still wear. Sometimes like a red skirt might be considered like Valentine's Day, but it's just a red skirt, so you can use it for anything. A good way to get your boots or to get sneakers or whatever, that is a really good way to get those things, especially for older people, because older people tend to like your foot kind of like makes that footmark inside of your shoe. So getting new shoes is a lot cheaper if you go ahead and buy them like that. I'm gonna make everyone yawn and take a nap with me today. Okay, so that is a great way, especially with things like jackets and like expensive things. Um, Snow pants, boots, sneakers, Crocs. You can get, I mean, I usually spend $5 or less for sneakers, and they'll be like brand new shoes. Sometimes I have spent up to $10, but for most of the younger kids, it's usually $5 or under that I can get their shoes for, because I just am waiting and doing it like the opposite season. And I have a tote actually. One year there was shoes, like all the shoes were like $3. So I bought a bunch of different shoes in different sizes, and I still have some of those shoes. So it's kind of like, if as people get grow out of things, that there's another pair of shoes just already available for them. So sales like that, like off-season sales, are perfect. And another way that we save money is by sewing things. So recently I found that most of my girls, so we wear mainly skirts or dresses. So it's hard to find. I have 10 girls. It's hard to find skirts and dresses all the time. Sometimes they don't even have them at the store. We don't have a lot of stores here. We basically just have Walmart here. Um, it's hard to find skirts or dresses at an affordable price. So it's really easy to make a lot of these different things. So I am going to um I think what I'll do is I have pictures of I needed to recently. I realized that I didn't have too many clothes for the kids, and this is also a good way to so the kids can match if we're going out or whatever. Is to sew their clothes. So what I'm going to do is I am going to um, put in this video pictures of the things that I have been making, and then the sites where I got the free patterns or sites where I had like the free tutorials. I only use like the free things, and you don't need to go out and buy a pattern. You don't need to spend any money on it. Um, and I'll just leave all those in here. And so another thing with sewing is if I can get something for cheap, like if I go to a thrift store and I find cheap fabric, I'll grab that. If I can find cheap, say, bed sheets, those actually work really well for sleeves. If you're doing sleeves or nightgowns, they're really like light and breezy. Also, if we're at the fabric store, we have a discount type fabric store. My leg is going to sleep. We have a discount fabric store, and oh, so a lot of times, like last year, I had found whole bolts of fabric for five. Oops, hi, that was cozy. So we had whole bolts of fabric for some of them were $5 and some of them were $14.99. So I bought a bunch of those. I had no clue what I was going to make with them. Hi, you're so pretty. Yes. That was a nice nap. So yeah, so whenever I find fabric at a really good deal, I usually try not yes. I try not to spend over two unless it's a specific thing that I need to. I for normal stuff, $2 a yard is kind of like my maximum of what I want to spend. So yeah, that's what I do. So let's see some different dresses that and skirts that we can make. So these first set of dresses here are dresses that I found on Farmhouse on Boone. She has a video tutorial to go along with this as well as printable directions that you can find on her website, and I'll link both of those in the description box below. So the next two dresses are from Life So Savory. The it takes two sheets of paper and you can print out the bodice section to this, and then she explains how to do the waist. So I did that with the blue dresses, um, and then I changed it up just a little bit. I used the same bodice thing for the top for the next dresses, but then what I did was I did a three-tiered skirt. And so what a three-tiered skirt would be is you would take your child's waist size and then you do it times I like them fuller, so I would do the first layer doubled. So if their waist was a 20-inch, then you would do that 40. And then so I did two, like doubled and then doubled and a half and then tripled for the three-tiered green skirts. Some of them had three tiers and some of them had two. So the two tiers was just it was doubled and then it was tripled, and then the three-tiered was doubled and then doubled and a half, and then the last would have been tripled. So that's how I made that. You can also make skirts in the exact same way with the doubled, doubled and a half, and then triple. And then you would just fold over the waistband and iron it, and then you'd sew around and you just put a little bit of elastic in there. Those are quick and easy. I also have made just regular skirts, really cute, just skirts, super simple. You can just take whatever their waist size is, double that, and that would be, say it was 20, it'd be 40, and you're just folding over a waistband, and then you'll put the waistband in and then measure the length, and you'll know, say the length was 12 inches, then you would want one of your layers that you wanted, like measure it from their waist size down to their knee or their ankle, whatever you want it to be. If you're going to have 2 layers, then you just cut that in half. If you're going to have 3 layers, then you would cut it into thirds. So say you were looking at like a 30-inch length, just to make it easy, and you were going to have 3 layers, you would want each of those layers to be 10 inches, or I mean, you can get fancy and do some shorter, some longer to give it a different style, but just to do that, and that comes out really cute as well. So I hope these blessed you, and make sure you stay tuned, because right now I'm going to add the video to how to make those cheapo pants. Okay, so I'm going to show you here. I have some little pants like this. These are for my daughter, and they actually need more pants. They're getting kind of worn and torn. So I am going to take this shirt. So I'll just lay out the pants here. And then I'm going to take this shirt. This is just a woman's shirt. And I got this at the thrift store, and it didn't fit the person that was trying to wear it the best. So I thought that it'd be really cute for some pants. So I'm just going to take this shirt and lay it out. Make sure there's no wrinkles on this under part here. So it takes a couple minutes just to get it straight and whatever. You don't have to be super particular. And then I'm going to take the pants and I'm going to lay them. So the back side is out, and make sure you lift this butt part up. Let's see. So this has this here, and that's okay, because if I wanted to, I could sew this together. But it is June and I want to make like capris, so I'm going to have them come here. So I'm just going to take and cut. Let's see, I want my capris to be about like this. Knit, if you don't want to, you don't have to hem the bottom. So I'm just going to see where I put my scissors. See if these ones work. Okay, so I'm going to have them about like that. So then what I'll do is I'll just cut around. And I'm going to cut about an inch bigger than what it is. And I do not have the best scissors with me right now, so I'm just kind of eyeballing what this is. And then I'm going to go up above again about an inch. And then I'll come over. Okay, so now that's my pattern. And I'm going to do the same thing on this half over here. Let's see, just straightening it out again. And then I'm going to take this and go like that. And get that under wrinkle out. Okay, then I'm just going to come over and cut this. Now this is going to be pretty much exact. It can be a little bit bigger. It's not going to hurt anything really. I'm just looking for play shorts that can go underneath their dresses. They don't need to be particular. If I wanted them particular for going out or something, then I might take more time and care, like to make sure there's absolutely no wrinkles, or iron it first, or whatever. But I'm just doing these for just right under their shorts, or right under their skirts to go outside. So that. So now that's going to go off to the side, and I'm going to take this And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it on top of that one. So what I'm going to do is just sew from here to here. I'll just put pins in it so you can see. I usually don't even pin it. I just will sew it real quick. It's really not all that particular. I'll cut that tag off too. Alright, so I'm going to sew that, and then I'm going to sew this. Not all the way down, just from the top here down to this little pointy part. I'm going to sew both of those sides and then I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. So I left the tag on so you could see. So now I've sewn these two sides, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take them from the bottom and go like this. So now you can kind of see like how the pant is going to be here and here. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to sew from here around like this, okay? So around like this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm back. Just took a second to do that. So now we have our pants sewn here, and we have this sewn here. So pretty much we have pants here, right? So all we're going to do now is we're just going to fold this over. You don't have to double fold this because the knit fabric does not fray. So you're going to take your elastic. I haven't measured my daughter yet, but I'll take an elastic. I'm going to measure it around her waist like this. And so say her waist is like this, I would actually do it about an inch shorter than her waist so that it has a little bit of tightness onto her waist. So I'm going to go do that now. Okay, so I have the casing here, and then there's a hole right here. I measured this out, and I'm just going to feed this through here. I'm going to make sure that that tail of the elastic doesn't go in, because I'm going to sew these two together in just a minute. You can use any size elastic. For older kids, I use a wider elastic. For younger kids, they're fine with just this thin elastic. Usually, that's how I do it. Alrighty, so this is out the other side. And I'm just going to pull this up. And then I'm going to sew these two together. Okay, so all I'm going to do now, the elastic's in there. We'll just put these this way. And I'll cut off any loose strings. But there you go. You have a cute pair of pants, and they cost probably 20 cents to make. So I hope this video blessed you, and you have a great day.